Hello everyone, back tuning into this morning's video. We're going to have a look at weather for the next week, and then we're going to look out in towards May. Getting a bit concerned about the pattern for May, to be honest. I was hopeful, but after a bit of a dodgy start, things might improve as we go through into the second week. I'm not quite so sure about it now. It could be in for really quite a poor May indeed, actually, the way things are beginning to shape up. We'll have a look at the charts from the Beijing Climate Centre and see what they're showing in a moment. Now, before we go on with videos, we'll talk about the advertising. It's quite a special day at GazWeatherBiz.com because GazWeatherBiz.com has been chosen to launch the Pacific Tycoon container campaign video app. And you can find it just above my video player here on my home page, on some of my other pages as well. Please play the ad. You'll be supporting GazWeatherBiz.com by doing that. As quite a special day, I'm quite pleased about it. GazWeatherBiz.com is the first website in the UK to be showing this ad. So thanks very much for playing it and see what you think to it. So this is the GFS temperature ensemble for the next 2 weeks actually in the upper atmosphere. We're very warm at the moment. We're well above average. We're going to stay well above average for the next few days. I've got the windows open and there's a bird chirping away, so I hope it's not drowning me out too much. As I say, it's very warm and the temperature's well above average. We're going to be going below average though in the next few days, getting towards 26th, 27th. The temperatures are going to dip down, and then we're going to stay below average for the rest of the month. Quite a cool end to the month, and those temperature ensembles only slowly staging a bit of a recovery as we go out into the first week of May, and never really recovering to the sort of levels that we're at the moment. Also going to be quite unsettled during this cooler temperature dip. We've got some precipitation spikes there around the 27th. That's as a cold front comes down, and then again around the 29th, 30th could be quite a bit of precipitation around then. It will be pretty cool and wet. If you have a look at the 10-day temperature means, this is the temperature mean anomaly from the 23rd of April to the 30th, so for the rest of the month, and we actually are going to be below average with the temperatures as an anomaly for the next weekly period, and this is despite having quite warm weather to start off with, so it just goes to show you how cool it's going to be once we get to around Friday and we get that cold front coming down. Of course, I did a video about that yesterday. It's going to be quite an active cold front. We're going to see a big temperature reduction from Thursday into Friday. Now, what about the pattern going into May? Well, as I say, I'm getting a bit concerned about it. The Arctic Oscillation, which remember is reflecting the state of the atmosphere in the Arctic. It's not driving anything, but it's an index that reflects the state. Show that we're in for a big plunge in the Arctic Oscillation through the rest of April. We're well above average with the Arctic Oscillation at the moment, indicating that we've got low pressure up over the pole, we've got high pressure in the mid-latitudes with strengthened westerlies, and that's why we've turned it much milder. But in the next week or so, we're going to be seeing the Arctic Oscillation dipping back quite dramatically, only going down in towards neutral territory. We're not going particularly negative with the Arctic Oscillation in the next week, but as we go out towards May, and there is May the 1st there, we see that the trend in the ensemble is definitely to go back towards negative territory, indicating that the ensembles are bringing back blocking over the pole, over the Arctic. That's not very good news at all if you're looking for a decent May. You don't want to be seeing a blocking area of high pressure getting going anywhere over Greenland or the pole, because that's going to force low pressure down into the mid-latitudes, and that will more than likely keep it very unsettled. The Beijing Climate Centre is backing this up for the next month as well. Now, you remember I used the Beijing Climate Centre in a video last week. We've got the 10-day 500 millibar height anomalies for the next month. So this is a 500 millibar forecast broken down into 10-day periods for the next month. And you'll remember, if you saw the video last week, that Beijing Climate Centre was indicating blocking and an unsettled sort of start to May, but as we went out to the second week, the trend was to lessen that blocking off and bring a ridge of high pressure in across the country, which I thought would probably settle things down and warm it up a bit for the first week of May. Not the case quite so much today, to be honest, on the latest update. So this is for be 21st of April to the 30th of April. This is 500 millibar flow for the next 10 days then, and we see that we're in a broad westerly flow really across the country. But remember, around the 25th, 26th, we are going to be changing this and switching winds in from a northerly direction. But this is the flow if you was to go from the 21st to the 30th. This would be the anomaly, which is quite westerly, low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south. Arctic oscillation would be very positive with that. As we know, it is very positive at the moment, but any time from now on was it going to start to dip back towards neutral. Well, this is how we go on into the next 10-day anomaly, which is taking us from the 1st of May to the 10th of May, and then we see we've brought the blocking back here to the north of the country. The blocking has returned around Greenland, Iceland, stretching out into Scandinavia. We've got a trough of low pressure sitting to the south and the southwest of the country, so this is cool and unsettled, not particularly pleasant weather at all for the first week to 10 days of May. Now, do we get that build of pressure for the second week? No, we don't. Actually, what the Beijing Climate Centre wants to do on its latest update is, if anything, strengthen the blocking around Iceland and Greenland, trap the jet stream to the south, and the trough is going quite well to the south of the country. These blue colours indicating low pressure running to the south of British Isles on the jet stream. The high pressure, say, is blocking to the north, forcing the jet stream south. We're taking low pressure to the south of the country, and that's from the 11th to the 20th, so that's taking us quite well into May, that anomaly. That's going right out towards the third week of the month, and it really isn't that pleasant as an anomaly for May. So a bit of concern there about what's happening as we go out towards May, really. If the blocking does come back for any length of time, we're going to be looking at cool conditions, we're going to be looking at unsettled conditions. As I say, if that anomaly from the Beijing Climate Centre is taking the blocking right out toward the third week. So we could well be in for quite a poor May, I'm afraid. Wouldn't go too desperately on this. I wouldn't say it's definite that it's going to be a poor May, but that's a very poor anomaly, and we do want to see that changing very quickly if you're looking for some decent weather in May. Later on, I'll be doing the forecast for the May Day Bank Holiday weekend. We're doing that this evening, so come back to that, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching.